Hey everybody, I've been meaning to make this video since I got out of my first surgery, and then I've been meaning to make it since I got out of my second surgery, and that hasn't happened. And the weirdest thing happens whenever I say surgery. I get like weird pins and needles in my spine. But I just wanted to explain what happened. I went in on May 28th for a single level fusion, my L5 to S1. We thought everything was gonna be super easy and just go super well without any complications. And so far, right after recovery, it seemed like that's the route we were headed down. I would get some pretty bad shooting pains down my right leg while we were in the hospital, that would come with like shivers and shaking, and I would get almost like I was trembling and feeling like I was in shock or something like that. And I would tell the nurses about it, so they would give me a little bit of pain medication, and that seemed to help calm things down. So when we left the hospital, and I don't even remember what day it was, maybe like Tuesday or something like that. Not Tuesday, that would have been like a whole week, but Friday. We felt pretty confident that we would go home and that everything was going to be fine and that it was just going to be starting the recovery process. Well, when we got home, it wasn't really the case. I would, anytime I had to get up, I would experience the most severe pain that I have ever felt in my entire life. Running down the back of my leg, and onto the top of my foot, I think, if I remember correctly. It's hard to remember from being in so much pain. And so it would happen, every time that I would get up to go to the bathroom. And so I could get up and I'd make it to the bathroom, and I'd come back and I'd lay down, and I would shake in bed and cry for, I don't even know what, minutes and minutes, maybe even up to like 20 minutes to a half an hour. And then, finally I would kind of calm down. And then I'd fall asleep or whatever, and then I would get up and have to go to the bathroom again a couple hours later, and finally it got to the point where I was asking my husband and my mom to kill me. I wanted to go to the emergency room, but mostly I was asking them to kill me and telling them that if they weren't going to do it, that I was going to do it, and that there was no way that I could live like this. It was the most horrific pain I have ever experienced in my whole life. I can't tell you how awful it was. So our nurse came. We had a home health nurse. She came and she had called the doctor to see if maybe we could get my pain meds increased, and by this time it was Saturday afternoon after the surgery. I had the surgery on Tuesday, so this was the following Saturday. She called the doctor to see if she could get the pain meds increased, and as soon as the doctor heard what my symptoms were, she felt like maybe there was a problem with the actual surgery itself, so asked that we go immediately to the emergency room in Boulder and get a CAT scan. So we drove all the way up there. The following morning, we got my pain under control, for that night. And we drove up there, and as it turned out, everything looked good on the CAT scan, but my doctor was still nervous that I was having such severe nerve pain, that there was something going on, that maybe one of the screws was too long and was pushing on a nerve or something. So she went in and she looked around, and she decided that she wanted to close the opening that she had made. So when you take the disc out in that laminectomy, you put rods there instead that are holding open the space in between your L5 and your S1. Well, so she had used some longer rods and decided to make the choice to use some shorter ones, and then to also use shorter screws that actually went into my vertebrae to ensure that they wouldn't be pushing on any nerves. Luckily she was able to reopen the same incision site, so they weren't, they didn't have to go and make a different cut, or anything like that, so that was really good news. The only downside to that is that you have, more incision pain after the surgery because they went back in through that same spot. So I was on the same, the same wing the same floor of, the hospital, the orthopedic wing, orthopedic floor in recovery, and I had really wonderful nurses again. I just didn't have the same nurses as I had the first time. I'm gonna do a whole post about the nurses because they made the whole experience so much better, but for now I just wanted to talk about what actually had happened. So in the first set of videos that I'm gonna post, I'm gonna show, I'm gonna look really great and super happy, and I'm getting up and I'm walking around and I'm doing the stairs and talking about how good I feel. But ironically, that was the medication masking what was really going on. And so then in some of the second videos that I've made, I look a little more beat up. At this point, I am about 11 days post second surgery. I'm doing pretty well. I might, make another video to explain how I'm doing, but I'm managing, to walk about 1/10 of a mile. I can shower myself. I'm still using a walker. Most of that is because I also have that other condition, and so it makes me nervous to walk on my own. And then I'm still having some pretty severe nerve pain. I'm pretty sure it's coming from my S1 because it goes down the back of my leg and into my calf and then into my heel. And that pain is making me wonder if it's just the normal nerve pain that you get after surgery. Those nerves are compressed for so long that obviously as soon as you release them, they're going to feel different, and that pain is expected. So I'm hoping that that's all that is, because that's a pain that will go away. But when I have my appointment next Wednesday to the 19th to check out my incision site and see if we can take the staples out, I'm going to talk to the doctor about that and make sure that, again, there's not something going on, and that, that something from the surgery that went wrong, the second surgery, that's why I'm having such bad nerve pain. The only thing that really seems to help it is walking. So I do a lot of walking, but then I get tired. And so today I'm just really exhausted, and I keep trying to pull myself together, but I am sleepy. So that's about it, I guess. The best way for me to explain it is that, I went in and had surgery, and it looked like everything had gone great, but then we got home and realized that, something was wrong, so I had to go in and have the surgery completely redone. And now I'm 11 days out, and I will continue, to update how I'm doing, and try to make some more videos and get started again. I'm sorry that I wasn't making any, but the whole process was just so overwhelming that it was sort of impossible for me to even think about doing this video blog, and I'm sure it would have been a little bit more helpful if I had done it, but I didn't. So now I have to make up for it, and that's about it. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.